Hello everyone, how are you doing? I just want to say thank you so much to my lovely subscribers and all of you who are taking my art classes. You guys are amazing. So I have just finished cleaning and today is Sunday, so getting ready for a very big, powerful painting week this week as I update a lot of the classes and get some new watercolors in. I've got things to swatch and lots of things happening, and I wanted you to see it because the last video you saw it in its absolute worst state, and so that's when I tear everything apart and I reorganize, and I thought maybe this would give you some really good ideas as to I don't know, something you could do for yourself. Hi, how are you guys? So this is the screen. There's Sky, where I watch all of the YouTube videos back after I make them, and I make sure I keep up to date with a lot of the other channels out there, seeing what people are swatching and what's happening. I have a box here filled with really cool paper. Then I've got sketchbooks all back there that are full, so I like to go through those from time to time. This is the current swatching books, but I have new ones on the way. These are the current sketchbooks for the classes. I always light candles and spray a little perfume when I get started. Computer screens here and here. For the video reviews, I have these great studio lights. I don't use this microphone that much. Actually, I use it for other things. This is interesting. So I get a lot of these Sennelier Basic Kits. It's just a great way to start with a brand, I think. So I did some reviews on them, and what I do is, oh my gosh, one hand. I keep cloth in there, and when I'm painting, I actually wipe my paint off there, and then I use this one for the dirty water, and then I have clean ones. Now, because I do so much painting, ignore the fact that I have 3. I just really don't like to stop and do all the water thing. I just like to do it once a day. So I do so much that this is the gray water, this is the second rinse, and then this is the clean water, and then this is just the extra. So that's just how I do it. I don't know how anybody else does it. This is the Sennelier box where my Sennelier colors are, and I have more coming because I absolutely love Sennelier. They're beautiful, and as you know, I'm heavily invested in Schmincke these days. Have been for a while. I still have to finish swatching. I literally love this set. It's beautiful, and I have tons and tons of their watercolors under here. I have a full granulating palette here of even more colors. Mission Gold, lots of Roman Schmal. As you can see, I've been loving this brand this year. This is something that I just recently purchased, and then I went back and purchased all of these. So I got this one kit here, which is the wood box set, and it has everything you would ever want in watercolor. It literally covers both landscapes and florals pretty well, but I did want some more interesting reds and some really beautiful bold turquoises in my collection of Roman Schmal. So I've been having a ball with these, and where they line up, I mean, Schmincke is my #1 favorite brand. I absolutely love Schmincke. They are gorgeous to paint with, and this is all Schmincke. This one is Schmincke. This one is Schmincke. So you can see I pretty much exclusively will paint with those. But then that is Sennelier. So Sennelier is great for things like this, for florals, and also for layering, because you can layer like 10 layers with Sennelier. So if that's something that you're into, this is just one of their 10s, I just put magnets on it, then certainly try Sennelier. There's actually a tube set that is so affordable, and it has so many tubes in it, all the colors that you possibly would want if you are a floral painter. So if you're just getting started and you want to invest in some good watercolor, I'll link it below. It's such a perfect set for you. And then in addition, you could also get one of these starter tins because that has another bunch of watercolor, and it's like 20 something dollars. I mean, they're so reasonable. But I do recommend Sennelier is my number 2 brand that I love. Roman Schmel is my number 3 brand. So they have actually moved into my 3rd position, just because of the moodiness of these colors and some of these beautiful, beautiful pigments. I just love them. They're gorgeous. They are so well made. Then after that, Danielle Smith. I've been actually starting to pour all of my Danielle Smith into one palette. I have it actually in one of these palettes down here. I can't get it out right now. A larger palette, but just poured in. But I wanted some pans to be poured too. So I got out my tubes. They are actually all here. So these are all my favorite Danielle Smith colors. And I'm starting to pour them here, and just like, these are the ones that are already poured. They're terrible pours. I have to fix them. And then I'm going to pour more of them. These are my Schmincke granulating sets right here. I love those. They are the best granulating sets. The second best granulating sets are the White Night granulating sets, actually. Those are my second best, and mainly because there are a couple of real big wins here, like the Lilac Mist. I really like the Hematite Mist. I really love Dark Blue Shadows and Blue Mist, as well as there's one more that is just my like lovely Such a King Aquamarine Mist. So those are like my stars of this line. Actually, this one's really good too. Gray Rose Mist. It's actually got like kind of a rosy look to the gray. Those are my rock stars in the White Nights, and they're so inexpensive. So literally, if you wanted to, you know, get some watercolor, then I highly recommend those, because you get 3 tubes for like, what, $19? It's crazy. These, of course, are much more expensive, but keep in mind that you might pay like $20 to $30 for a granulating color. However, these tubes, guys, will make you like 5.5 full pans. I mean, these are pretty big tubes, and you get a lot. So you're not going to run out of this stuff anytime soon. So if you want, you can get the larger tubes, and cost-wise, that works out to like, you know, what, $5 to $7 per pan, which is way cheaper than buying the pans. So think about doing it that way. Of course, I got this set last Christmas, and it came with 48 colors, and I've added to it since then, and I love it. This is the wood box set, and I can't even tell you, it's my favorite set, and I'm just like putting more of the colors together in there. I actually just destroyed this today so that I could get the you know, the rails off of them, because I just want to like lay in a bunch of colors. So I'm actually going to do this arrangement tonight and then swatch it all out. Then I cut out my Winsor Newton, and you know, surprisingly, I was looking through my my storage unit, which is just a big armoire, and I found a whole new Cotman set that I didn't even know I had. I can say that the Cotman are pretty good to, they are pretty good to start with. They're not like, you know, the professional brand, but I do love this palette enough to buy 2, obviously. I did receive these. I actually received one to review it a long time ago, and as you can see over time, these are nowhere near the quality or the brightness of the professional grade, but still they're pretty good. But look at the colors and the quality as far as mass tone and the blending and everything compared to like Roman Schmel, for instance. You see how bold they are and how they blend so beautifully, and then you see how blotchy the student grade paint is. So it's a little bit of a workaround, you know, but I really like the palette. I think the palette is amazing. And I haven't really ever found a palette like this that holds this many, either full pans or half pans. So if you're just getting started and you can get a hold of a set like this, it is worth starting with it. I feel like you're not going to know the difference if you haven't done professional grade watercolor. And if this is a really good price point for you, then yeah, go for it. I have to straighten this all out. Definitely, give it a try, because you're going to end up with this gorgeous palette moving forward that is huge, and literally you get all this mixing area, and trust me, it's not easy to find really great palettes that actually have the built-in wells, and it's got a space for you to put your watercolor brush, and then you can just close it up, and it does a good job. So I would recommend this for beginners. I don't love the paint, but I love the paint, you know what I mean? But now that I have so much professional grade watercolor, yeah, I don't reach for these at all. This is going to be sitting there for prosperity. It's going to be like a collector's edition by the time I actually get to it. So I'm going to put that back in storage. What else do I have here? I have core hanging out here somewhere, and I don't know where they are. I will have to get those out at another date. I'm planning on doing, I have art here, but I'm planning on putting up all of the color swatches up there, so that I can just kind of look at the full range that is in the studio. Because remember, all of these are full. Literally, I have watercolor everywhere. There's so much watercolor, and there's even watercolor underneath. So you can see I have extra white nights. I've got full sets of white nights. I have this is more Schminke and Danielle Smith and a Gallo. I mean, I have tons of it. Coors down there. There's so many different brands. So these are just the ones that are stealing the show right now, and the ones that you guys are all asking about. So I'm mainly painting with these, and I love them. I really am. And as I get new ones, I have M Grand coming in. So I actually have never painted with M Grands. This is going to be a rare new experience for me. So last year, this was my new one, and a Gallo was new, because I have never painted with those before. I've always painted with Sennelier. I've always painted with Schminke. So White Nights I've had a long time ago. I did try a lot of the other paints this year, and just didn't even bother posting the videos because I didn't like them. And that's that story. Anyway, all right, so anyway, I just wanted to say goodbye, and I hope you guys are doing well. This is just a little studio update video for you. Be well, paint well, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to create a space for yourself that will truly inspire you to paint as often as possible. This is what mine looks like for now. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.